Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Your voice is very feeble.
Can hear you.
All right. So I don't see a lot of participants yet. So we'll give it another few minutes for all of them to join. Let's give them another few minutes before we have all of them in the. So one request, as the students start joining in, may I request the organizing team to ask them to raise their hand so that we can identify the students, and because there's a mixed group, right? So once that is done, we can get started. So we'll give it some more time. We'll allow, another few minutes for them to join in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam. So can we get started?
Yes, sir.
May I request all the students to raise their hands in case, like usual, so that we can identify you and then we can get started. If it's a room, the room, or there has to be a way of identifying the students and the non-students, right? So identify. As of now, I see only Bhavani, Rupashri, BIS, TTC Hubli. You need to raise your hand, and Kavita Computers. All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and also request you to switch on your cameras if you can, obviously, because that's going to be more interactive. I see only KTC Hubli participants here. So, okay, so it's been a while since we gathered. So this is after a gap of few days. Who will give me a quick view of what was the assignment that we left you all with? You were all expected to do an assignment and come back, right? So who will give me a quick view of that? Not a recap, but the assignment. It's not a recap of the previous sessions, but the assignment. What was the assignment?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, the assignment was to name minimum or at least 5 technologies along with their definition and top 3 benefits as well as their top 3 impacts on the industries.
Right. So first is the technology definition, about a line or two of that. And the second is the 3 benefits of that technology and general benefits, not related to, I mean, generally, what does it do, right? 3 benefits. And third point is 3 industry applications, business applications, or 3 industry applications of that technology. It could be, obviously, it will be related to the benefits that you have enlisted. So what is the idea of this exercise? Who will tell me about why we are doing this exercise? What is the advantage of doing this assignment?
With this assignment, we'll be knowing the ins and outs of the technology, the technological part of the technology, the definition of it, and what are its benefits, and how it's, what are the changes it's bringing in the industries present day running of any industry where it is applied.
Very good. So the point is, yes, so you've repeated what we are doing in the exercise, but the idea of doing this exercise is whenever someone asks you, so we've been doing a lot of, you've been hearing a lot about different technologies in these sessions and in my sessions and the other sessions you've been undergoing, you've been hearing a lot of it, right? So whenever somebody asks you, maybe it's in the interview or in your classroom or in your examination, asks you, what is this technology? Can you tell me something about cybersecurity, or tell me something about artificial intelligence, or tell me something about data science? So how will you answer? You need to have an answer, right? So the way you answer will be using this format. You give a definition, you should be ready with the definition. What are the benefits and what are the industry applications? Like Chandrakant very clearly mentioned, so it gives us an idea of what the technology is and what are the benefits and what are the industry applications. So when you give an answer like this, it is going to be impactful. It is a satisfactory answer. After that, they may ask you more questions, or someone might want to know more about details and all of that, but that's the second level. But first, when you're asked this question, you have to answer in about 5 to 10 sentences, right? You should engage them for about a minute or two with your answer. You can't just say cybersecurity is, it helps in the security in the cyberspace. That's a very, very weak answer. You have, if they're asking you, what is this technology? You have to explain in about 5 to 10 sentences. And the format or the structure, the template that I gave you last time, that is a template, right? You understand what is a template, right? It's a format which I've given you, which you can use for, learning this. And then the more you practice it, the more you will obviously be ready with it, and you can keep adding and improving and embellishing it, but at least have the basic answer ready. So thank you, Chandrakant. So who is going to so can I get in the chat box how many of you are ready with? So how many of you are ready with your assignment? Can you just mention that in the chat? You can mention your name, and you can mention, yeah, I mean, if you're mentioning your name, I'm expecting that you're ready with your assignment. If you've done 3 technologies, mention 3. If you've done 4, ideally, obviously, I expect you to, be ready with 5. So if you're ready with your answers, can I get responses in the chat box? I will proceed only after I get responses in the chat. And I will not repeat this question, okay? I will wait for 1 more minute to see any further responses. If not, then we will proceed. Okay, when you're all saying you're ready with some slides or you're ready with your oral presentation? Are you ready with some slide? I mean, have you done it in the slide format like I asked you to do it the last time? Or are you just ready with your oral presentation? Can you also mention that? Okay, with some slides, sir. Okay. Ready with slides. Okay. Okay, so the idea of slides here is usually people will not ask you to, you are not obviously expected to present a slide for everything. If I ask you, what is cybersecurity, I expect an oral answer. I don't expect you to give me a slide every time. But in this case, I asked you to do the slides for your reference so that you can fall back on it, and for your notes, you can keep that as a reference. You don't have to necessarily present those. So, but in the meantime, I just want to check what you've done in those slides. So first, let me see those slides one by one. Can you share those slides one by one? So when you're talking, you will not be seeing the slides. Okay, so you should not see the slides. You should present without seeing the slides. But if you are, for the first time, if you want to do it with the slides, that's okay. So can we get started? So we will go according to the list here. Whoever said they are ready with slides. Kavita, computers not with slides. Why are you not ready with slides? And somebody is saying some slides. Why not all the slides? They were supposed to be 5 slides, right? Just 5 slides, simple 5 slides. I don't want essays. All right, so let's get started with KTC Hubli. Can you just share your slides? I don't want you to present them. I want to see the slides. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, Vinayak. Okay, go ahead. Okay, IoT, you've given a definition, benefit of IoT, okay, application, smart homes, industrial automation, healthcare. Okay, but you'll have to explain. When you're explaining, you'll have to explain in detail what in healthcare and how is it going to be useful in healthcare. All right, go to the next slide. Drone. Drone is a flying machine. That's not really a great definition, right? I mean, you need a little more. Go back to your previous one, IoT. It is an interact and communicate between physical objects and other shared. Okay, why are the definitions so, they're not very impressive? Go down. Go down. Okay, drone next. 5G, fifth generation wireless communication technology. Okay, this is okay. This is still okay because you can add a little more, but this is at least okay. Go to the next one. Definition. Renewable energy. It is an umbrella term that stands for energy production. Solar, wind, water. Okay, go down to the next one. Augmented reality, AR overlays, digital information. Can I get some silence, please? If while we are having the session, if you want to talk or create something else, you can do it outside. Okay, let's go down. Augmented reality. Okay, fine. So, what is his name? Vinayak. Vinayak. Okay, can you stop sharing, please? Vinayak, where do you get your definitions? Where did you get your definitions from?
Some from website and the chat GPT, then from chat GPT and other websites.
Website. Where will you, website, which website?
Website means Google and chat GPT.
Okay.
Google gives the definition, sir.
Okay. Have you heard of Wikipedia?
Yes, sir. Wikipedia, yes.
That's a very good source. It's a very nice source with a lot of compact information. You should go there and get all of these. If you type the technology, you will get that. To read a little bit, at least read the first few lines, you will understand what it is. And then you have to write it in your own words. That is first thing. Okay. Source is important. You can't, because otherwise you'll go all over the place. Right?
Yes, sir. Wikipedia is sir.
Yeah, this is for everybody. You can actually go to Wikipedia and check. Second, do you know how to do spell check? Do you know how to correct your spellings? I mean, on the slide, or on the Word document or something like that. Nowadays, everything is available on, you don't even have to go and get a dictionary and read the dictionary and change. It's not like that, right? You can do a correction on the screen itself. I mean, if you have a laptop and if you're checking that, or you can check the spelling, it will give you an error if it's a wrong spelling. So like, for example, the spelling of definition in some places in your slides are wrong. So you should do a spell check. When you're presenting your slides, you should do a spell check. You know what a spell check is, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, right? So you should do that, because when you do that, if you don't do that, if you come without spelling corrections, it'll look like, it'll put you in a very poor light. It will look like you are an adult grown-up person and you don't know a simple thing like, doing a spell check. And it's nothing to do with your background and anything like that. It's all available online. It's not even difficult. You have to just automatically, it will tell you the spelling is wrong. You have to select the right spelling and then it will correct it on the slides. Do you know how to do it? Okay. If you don't know it, please ask one of your colleagues or your guide or someone how to do it. It's very simple. There's absolutely no reason why you should have wrong spellings on your slides. All right. So do that. And some of the definitions are very, very so for example, your definition of drone, it's a flying machine. So flying machine, is that how you will define a drone? Is that a flying machine? Is it a magic carpet, or is it some kind of Aladdin's lamp, or what is it? It's a technology, right? You are supposed to give a technically intelligent answer. You can say it's a flying machine if you want to, but you have to add 1 or 2 lines, right? Your definition is incomplete. If I ask, if someone else gives me that definition and somebody else gives a better definition, I will not select you, right? So you have to correct that. So that's incomplete actually. Your assignment is incomplete. Can we go to the next slide set? Whoever has done the next set of slides. The template is good. I like the template. The way you have done is fine, but you need to add more content. You have to add more 1 or 2 sentences of definition, and the other things also you have to write. This is for your reference. This is not for me to see. Okay, so, all right. The point is, if in the writing itself, you're writing 3 words, when you don't see the slide and when you present it, you will not even say those 3 words. You will say only 1 word. So if in the writing in the slide, which is your notes, if you have written drone equal to flying machine, then when when you actually come and when someone asks what is a drone? Drone, it's flying. You might just end up saying it's flying. right? My point is, at least the notes should have some decent amount of content in it, right? Then you can speak. The idea of this is to make you, you have to speak. All right, who's going next? Gaurav is, okay, Gaurav, show me the slides. Okay, artificial definition. Okay, AI is a simulation of human intelligence processed by machines, especially like computer. It's okay, but you need to add 1 or 2 more sentences. Okay, you need to add a little more. This is, okay, top 3 benefits, complex, and you need to be able to explain this. Solve complex problems, okay, manage repetitive tasks, smart decision making. In the context of some business, right? In the context of some activity, impact on business, save time and money, blah, blah. This you will explain. Okay, go to the next one. 5G. Okay, this looks a little bigger. Definition. You don't have to write because it's already mentioned on the top. 5G technology. 5G is the 5th generation mobile network. It's a new global wireless standard. Everyone in it, including machines and all. Okay, top 3, low transparency, low latency. I hope you can explain all of this. What is latency? What is capacity? What is bandwidth? Right? You have to explain. You can't just say that. If I ask you in more detail, you should be able to explain. Okay, impact on benefit. Okay, faster speed means more business actions can be faster response times, more capacity. That is not business or industry impact. You have to be more, either you have to give me an industry example, which industry is it helping, right? Or, okay, more capacity of what? Faster response times of what? For what? Faster speed means business actions can be carried out in less time. I have to be a little more deeper and meaningful. It's very shallow at this point of time. Okay, go down. Next. IoT, network of physical object. Okay, again, you need to do spell check and grammar check also. It's all there online. Automatically, when you type things, it will correct. If you type in a Word document, or you have to just enable the grammar check or spell check. So then you will also learn along with, when you're making those slides, you will also correct. Otherwise, you will never learn. A network of physical objects. The grammar is wrong here, right? It's a very simple thing. You don't have to go to English lessons and learn English grammar and then come and make the slides. Just enable that tool on your slides. Grammar check and English spelling check, you can enable that. Whatever is wrong, it will be underlined in red or something, and then you will also learn each time. Otherwise, always you will make the same mistake. Did you understand? Yeah. With sensors, the grammar is completely wrong here, but I think you could have at least taken it from, where did you get your definitions from?
From Google.
Okay, when you got it from Google, did you cut and paste the definition, or you then rewritten in your own words?
I written in notebook, sir, then I typed it.
I'm sorry?
First time I took it in notebook, sir, then I made it short and typed it.
Yeah, but in Google, when you're searching, if it is a good website which is explaining, the grammar will be correct. You can just take it from there or Wikipedia. I mean, you can reduce the number of words, but here in the process, you have changed the whole, you've made some grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes and all of that. So make your life easy, right? You can take it from Wikipedia and you can mention the source there. And you can write it in your own words. I'm not saying, but don't make these glaring mistakes. Because even before I start asking you the question, when I see the slides, if I see so many mistakes, it's not very impressive. It gives me an impression that you don't know spellings, you don't know English. So it puts me off, right? And this is something you can correct. This is not something you cannot correct. It is very, very simple. Do you agree or not? Yeah, because everything else is nice. The slide is very beautiful. The colors are very nice. You've got an image there. You have some text there, but the English is bad. I mean, in the slide. This is something you can correct it. You don't have to go to, some classes for 10, 12 years and then learn and then do and all that. This is already there on the computers, on the systems, right? Okay, go to the next one. VR technology. Okay, I hope you're explaining this. Is a computer generated environment with scenes and objects that appear to be real, making the user feel they are immersed in their surrounding. That's an interesting explanation. It's nice. At least there is some, I'm able to enjoy reading that. And if you are explaining in that same line, same language, it is nice to listen. I should be encouraged to listen to the next part. Okay, go to the next one. Blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is an advanced database mechanism that allows transparent information sharing within a business network. Okay, so this again, both of them, you can add one more sentence you can add to make it more rich. The definition should be rich. Okay, you're all whenever you are asked any question, you all want to finish the answer in 2 words. Quickly, as if I am some, you are Aladdin and I know I am the genie and you are, just giving me some instructions and I will understand everything. Don't be in a hurry, right? Don't be in a hurry. Take your time. You have to spend more time in explaining. All right. All right. Spend time. Don't try to just say 2 words, 3 words and assume that the other person will understand the whole thing. Explain in 1 or 2 sentences. All right. Okay. Next one. Okay. Thank you. All right. Next slide. Okay. Chandrakant's slides. Technology benefiting by some industries. Okay. That lets user enter prompts to receive images, text that are created by AI. Is that the only definition of it? It has to be more meaningful. It's a very short. I need to know as a layman, if I ask you what is a tool that lets users enter prompts to receive images. What is a prompt? I don't know. Receive images, text or videos that are created by AI. What is AI? I don't know. So it is very confusing.
As there was a space,
sorry?
As there was a space restriction. So I have
there is no space restriction. You can reduce the size of the text.
So other things I will explain, sir. I have kept them for explanation first.
Okay, you can explain is fine, but writing also write 2 sentences, at least write 2 sentences. As a slide, it is not creating a major impact. Okay. Okay. Top 3 benefits: well-researched output, well-presented output, much faster response. Okay. Let's see impacts on industries. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Blockchain, a system in which record of transactions, especially those made in a cryptocurrency. Grammar is again, you need to correct. Is maintained across computers that are linked in peer-to-peer network. Okay. A system in which a record. Okay. This is still better. You can add a little more to make it more meaningful. Obviously, you will come to the benefits and explain that. Security of records, transference of records, cost reduction. Okay, go down, next one. Big data, data that contains greater variety, arriving knowledge. Your fonts and all are again, somewhere it is bold, somewhere it is this. It's not very aligned. If you compare it with the other 2 slides, the other 2 slides that we saw, that was much neater. This is a little disaligned. You agree or not?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you do so much of research. I did not expect this from you. All right. So, I mean, I'm sure you've done a lot of research in putting all this together, but just correct I think your weak point is presenting in this slide here. So correct it and make it a little neater. So presentation is much better, right? Not that you will be presenting this slide, but in general, I'm saying. So for example, big data you've written, that big data is not one word. You have to give one space after big data, right? And then that first sentence is all bold and the next sentence is not bold. So that's again looking like you're doing it very unprofessionally. It's not, you're not serious about that. That's the impression that the viewer will get, right? Okay. Top 3 benefits improves business intelligence. What is intelligence? Business intelligence is a wrong word. Risk management, cost reduction, retail, blah, blah, blah. All right. Oh, we'll hear that when you go. Next. Delivery of computing services, including server storage, database, over the internet. Okay. You all have written one sentence. Write two sentences in definition. Write 2 sentences. Okay. 2 powerful, meaningful sentences. Okay. Top 3 benefits, no investments, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's assume, I hope you've done that. Now go to the next one. Deep fake, digital manipulation of videos, images, audios, powerful. So again, see, digital manipulation of videos, images, audios, utilizing, why is that U capital?
That's a mistake.
So you have to do grammar check, spell check, and all the uppercase, lowercase, everything is topsy-turvy. It looks like, you don't know, right? It doesn't give a very good impression. As a professional, it doesn't give a very good impression. Utilizing powerful computers and deep learning. This is all very easy. You have to just do it on this. You have to enable in the slides when you're creating or in your Word document, you have to enable the grammar check and spell check. It will automatically correct it for you. All right. You don't have to even learn anything. You have, and then while it is correcting, you will learn while you do. That is how you will keep learning, right? Nobody has the time to learn all of these things again. Working professionals. So don't waste time on all these things and don't neglect these small things. Okay. Okay. Top 3 benefits. Okay. Next one. Okay. 5. You've done 5. Okay. Good job. All of you. I think you're all done from this classroom. Anyone else is there? Is there anybody else in this classroom? Any more slides?
One more
slide is there, sir.
Okay, show me the last next slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Definition. Okay, in this with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with business systems over the internet. Wonderful. This is a good definition. Where did you pick up this definition from?
Sir, some I did my words and some from the Google.
I didn't hear you. There's an echo.
Some I have written from my own words, sir, and some are from Google.
Okay, so even if you're referring somewhere, this is your notes. These are your notes. Okay, this is not, you're not presenting this to me per se. So these are your notes. So keep a good definition with you so that whenever you want to read about it, you can read that definition, right? You don't have to, every time you can't keep searching the internet and all of that, right? Google and all of that. So this is a good definition. I'm happy with this. So you can actually, you don't have to memorize it. When you keep saying it, you will know it automatically and it will come naturally to you, right? Initially, you may want to memorize or keep reading it 3 or 4 times, then you'll be able to explain. So it's very beautifully explaining. See, the internet, IoT, Internet of Things, describes the network of physical objects. So even a layman can understand what this definition, what it means. It's a network of physical objects, things. Then she's identified it as things that are embedded with sensors. So now I know there are things and they are embedded with something called as sensors, software and other technologies Why are they embedded with all of these things? For the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. So beautiful, right? So there's a lot of information in about 1 or 2 sentences here. And then she will give the explanation of those benefits, saves time, minimize the human effort, improve security. So this can be a little more elaborate. This is little again shallow. The benefits you mentioned in a very shallow manner, you have to elaborate that. Impact on business, security, privacy, complexity, the design. So all of you seem to have not understood the third part, business or industry. What I want you to do is basically I wanted you to tell me the impact of this technology on one particular industry. Let's say banking industry, what is the application of this? Or healthcare industry, what is the application of this? Or agricultural industry, what is the implication of this? So you can explain like that. Why am I asking you to do that? Because that will make the answer very interesting. First, you're giving a definition, and second, you're giving some general benefits. And then third, you are connecting with real life industries, right? You're talking about banking, agriculture, or healthcare. That makes it a very interesting explanation. Otherwise, it will be very boring. It is sensors, this software, this and that, and all of that. That is fine. Initially, you've told that. Then after that, you explain it with examples in what is happening around you. In the banks, how it is used. In the agriculture space, how is it used? In healthcare, how is it used? In some other industry, how is it used? So that makes it interesting, right? Otherwise, it will be very boring. So that was the idea of giving this template, okay? Try to utilize that template. Okay, go to the next one. Cloud computing. Cloud computing is a general term for anything that involves delivering hosted service over the internet. Cloud computing is a general term for anything that involves delivering hosted services over the internet. What is hosted services? I don't know. You'll have to explain to me. So that you have to make it a little more longer. The definition has to be 1 or 2 sentences. This is a very short. It's okay. Beginning is okay. Another sentence you to add. Benefits of cloud computing, backup and recovery, accessibility, cost saving. This you will have to explain to me. Impact on business, security, accessibility, downtime. This is like, again, you're giving me the benefits. I wanted you to give me some application in the industry. Anyway, go to the next one. Okay, ChatGPT. A powerful tool for businesses looking to improve customer experience, increase user satisfaction, content for search engine optimization. Okay, it's a powerful tool. Then this definition clubbed with what definition the other slide had, which Chandrakant gave, I think both together will make a good definition. Right? What Chandrakant told about what it does. It does, say it does something with AI and this and that. That along with this, something like that mixed together will make it a good definition. Okay. Benefits, again, you have to give me in points. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Third, again, okay, why don't you use bullet points? In slides, you can use bullet points, right? It's a way of presenting. Anyway, go down next, ChatGPT. What else is there? Artificial intelligence. Using computers to do things that traditionally require human intelligence, AI can process large amounts of data in ways that humans cannot. It's a good beginning. Add a little more content to make it more rich. So it's a nice way of saying it's using computers to do things that traditionally require human intelligence. So you're setting the context. What is artificial intelligence? It is artificial. Human intelligence is natural. And then you have artificial intelligence. And then after that, you explain that a little better. So good, but you need to add a little. Next, machine learning. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll not read everything. Go down. Okay, thank you. So, which other teams can you? Good job, all of you. I'm happy with the effort. But like I said, there is feedback. You need to work on that as well. Can we go to some other set of students or students who want to show their slides quickly? Like I said, these slides are for you. These slides are for you. They are not for me. When I ask you what is artificial intelligence, you have to speak and tell me without looking at this slide. It should come in your mind. That is the definition. These are the benefits, and these are the 3 business impacts. These slides are for you. They are not for me. For you to refer like a cheat sheet, right? You should be able to go back and see, and then, okay, so every time you see, 10 times you see, you'll remember. Next time someone asks you what is artificial intelligence, immediately that slide should be in your mind, and then you should be able to explain that. If you don't have this slide, you will think, okay, artificial intelligence will be like some Google search engine in your mind. You know, you don't know where to go, right? So right now you have one slide, you have to look at that and then explain. All right. So I hope you will do that. Who is going to present their next set of slides? Who is this?
Sir, this is Rupashri, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Show me your slides. Okay. IoT. IoT helps in connecting sensors to exchanging data using internet. Very concise. That other definition was better. I told you, right? I saw you. I hope you were paying attention to me. It should be a little bigger. Benefits of IoT, impact on agriculture, connected cars. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Your smart appliances, connected cars, automotive industry. Smart appliances will be electronics devices and agriculture. So that makes it interesting. That shows you as a professional, when you're going for interviews or when someone is asking you these things, when you give an answer like this, in the impact of business and industry, it shows that you know technology, but along with technology, you know how it is useful for the human society today. Then it makes it more meaningful, right? You are presenting yourself as a person who knows how to be relevant today. So that's the idea of this impact on business and industry. Okay, go to next slide. Okay, cyber security and all. I hope all the others you've done it like this. Okay, I hope you've done. Okay, quickly go down. This is again looks. These are all one. I think your definitions. All of you need to add one more sentence. Make it 2 sentences. Artificial intelligence is a simulation of human intelligence processes. Simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially computer systems. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Add one more sentence. Okay, make it a little more rich. Okay. Okay, impact on business, medical, finance, agriculture. You will explain with some examples, right? That's the idea.
Yes.
For your notes, you can write down here also, you can write it down, but otherwise it's okay. If you can remember just by looking at it, is also fine. Okay, go down. E-commerce, finance, retail, learning. Yeah. So I like your last part's business industry explanation. You got it the way I wanted it. So electronic commerce refers to companies and individuals that buy and sell goods and services over the internet. Okay. Okay. Go down. SAP ERP and enterprises software. Key business functions of an organization. You have to elaborate this a little more. What are those key business, like marketing, sales and distribution, finance, operations? You can mention what are those functions. And yeah, so benefits is data and benefits of robotics. They're wrong. It's a typo. Okay, data security. So I think you made a mistake there. Okay, go down. Next slide. Okay, all right. Thank you, Rupashri. So again, I'll give you a round of applause as well. What about the others? Another few slides. Who's going to go next and present their slides? Okay, you can stop sharing. Next, please.
Sir, I'm Bhavani from Paishali Computer. Sir, I'm going to present.
Okay, show me your slides.
Ma'am, will you share?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can make it full screen. Okay, robotic RPA, robotic process technology that uses software. Robots or bots to automate repetitive rule-based tasks within business processes. Good definition. Add one more sentence. Okay, make it a little more. The reason why I'm asking you to add one more sentence is so that you can speak for a little longer. If your notes itself are one or two words, when you get the chance to speak, that so the more you have content there, don't overdo it also, but at the same time, I'm saying have two sentences. So if you forget something also, you have some more content you will remember. Okay. Benefits of RPA. Okay. Okay. Impacts in business, faster process time, improve customer experience. Benefits. I wanted you to look at the industries and impact on which industries it is. Where can you use RPA? Which industries can you use? Okay, go down. Yeah, computer systems. Again, same definition. Somewhere you've picked it up. Okay, impacts in industry, healthcare, finance, manufacturing. Yeah, that is good. You'll have to explain it. Go down. Cyber security. Okay, go down. Go down. Okay, go up, go up. 5G technology impacts. So in manufacturing, how does 5G technology, will you be able to explain this in healthcare and transportation?
Yes, sir.
You have to explain it to me. How is it going to be useful there? Okay, go down. Small scale production. Okay. Yeah, the impact, basically you can relate it with some industry. See, eventually it will be connected with some industry only, the benefit. Some industry is going to use it. It has to be some manufacturing industry, some retail industry, or real estate industry, or healthcare industry. Some industry will use this, right? Whatever that benefit is. I want you to use that industry name so that it becomes more interesting. Your answer becomes more interesting. All right. Okay. All right, go to the next one. Okay, all right. Okay, good job. I'll also give you a round of applause. What about the others? Anybody else left? Who's left? Who is left? Again and again. So I think everybody is done.
Sir, Kavita.
Yeah, so why didn't you speak up earlier? I've been asking for 3-4 times. Okay, go ahead and present your slides. Whose slides are these? Go ahead and present your slides, and whose slides are these?
And sir will show.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 more minute. If I don't see half a more minute, actually, not 1 minute. If I don't see the slides, we will proceed. We can't wait for you like this. Okay, I think there is a challenge with Kavita computers in sharing, so we'll proceed. Anybody else? I'm assuming everybody is done except Kavita. Okay, all right. Now I see this. Okay, whose slides are these? Okay, your audio is very bad, so I think you should correct. Anyway, go down, go to the slides. I can't hear you. I need to know who has made these slides. Is it a group activity or is it an individual? It is supposed to be an individual activity. Who's done it? I want to know the name. You should have written that on the first slide. Okay, go ahead, go to the slides. Cybersecurity, every aspect of protecting cyber threats. One more sentence, benefits and impacts. So your impacts are same as benefits. So again, you have made the same mistake. Go down like some of the other slides. Okay, e-commerce, go down. I mean the other slides, I mean as in the previous ones. Okay, AI, okay, e-commerce is buying. Oh, please keep it on one slide, please. I need to see the slides. AI is a study of the way in which humans think. Your English, yeah, here, see, at least since these are notes, you can pick it up from a proper source like Wikipedia or something. Don't try to write it in your own words and make mistakes here. Then you can start talking about it. Because if your writing itself is wrong here, then the way you will present will also be wrong. AI is the study or the way in which computers can be made to copy the way humans. I think you meant think, but you've written it as thing. So you should correct that. Anyway, go down. Go down. Robots. Robotics or robot? You want to talk about robotics or okay, fine. Robots are defined as man-made mechanical devices, motion, moving, sense and control. Incomplete, you can make it a little more interesting, the definition. Go down. Again, impacts, the same mistake. Your benefits and impacts, there is no difference. Impact is which industries are it, is it affecting and how? You have to explain that with examples. Go down. Go down. Okay, all right. So, all right, good attempt, but needs improvement. Okay. What about others? Anybody else left? Okay, I think you're all done. So what we will do is, I will anyway ask you all for these definitions. I will give you some more time to do this and complete and correct it. Today, at least I'm very happy that you come with these slides. Correct it, and if we don't do it today, we will do it next time. But you will need to correct it, okay? Don't remain in the same space. But today we will use those slides in some other way. If not, if I don't ask you for a definition right away, I will, ask you to use it in a different way. So what is that different way? We're going to play a game now. All right. So how many of you want to play a game? Who doesn't want to play a game? You can chat. Then I will assume you all want to play a game. All right. So the game is, the name of the game is what is your problem? Okay. The name of the game is what is your problem? Okay. So for this, we will need to I think KTC Hubli, because they are all, a lot of students are there together. You can all be one team. And Kavita Computers can also be, rather, there are just 3 students there, and I don't see the others. Okay. Okay, I see only 1, 2, 3, 4 raised hands, which means Kavita Computers is not students. I don't see them raising their hand. all those who raise their hands are the students. Okay, that's very clear from the beginning of the class. Please raise your hand. Not your, I mean, on the system, there is a reaction button, right? Keep your hand raised so that I can identify the students. So, how do we do this? Okay. So KTC, the game is like this. There are two teams. Now you all have your slides. You all have prepared something and you all have created, definitions of 555 technologies. So assuming KTC has, let's say there were four students. So 4, 5 is 20 technologies they know. 20 or 10 to 20 because there is repetition also, 5 to whatever. So that's fine. That's okay. But you all did your assignment. Now the game is like this. You all have to sit. KTC Hubli has to sit. All the students have to sit. All those who did the assignment. And you have to assume, you can discuss amongst yourselves, and you can assume that you are, let's take the example of you are some manufacturing company. Okay, you're manufacturing something. All right, you're a manufacturing company, or what do we take? What example do you want to take? So I will leave it to you. If you want to take a better example, you can do it yourself. But you either a retail company or a manufacturing company or a bank or whatever you want to assume, whatever you want to assume, you can assume that you are that company, and you have to identify 10 different problems of your company. 10 different problems of your company. Okay, let's assume you're a bank. Okay, and you have to identify 10 digital technologies. You have to identify 10 different problems of your bank. It could be a process, customer related, or whatever it is, right? You have to think, and you have to identify 10 different problems of your bank. Okay, let's assume you're a bank. Okay, I've decided for you. So that's easy. You're a bank and you are identifying 10 different problems of your bank. After you have identified those 10 different problems of your bank, you will, then the rest of the people like Kavita Computers and this Rupa, I think VIS, I don't know how many of you are present. Who are the others? How will we play this game? There aren't even enough number of people. Who else? Okay, so Kavita, KTC Hubli is one team. So who will be the other? One is Rupashri. Where is that other lady who presented and she disappeared now? Someone presented some slides, right? I forgot the name. So she has this number team, no? And Kavita Computers, their mics. So Rupashri has to maybe Kavita Computers, and they all can be one team. Okay, that's the only way we can play this game. Otherwise, we'll not be able to play the game. So KTC Hubli is one team, and all the others who are students is the other team. Okay, everybody else is the other team. You can discuss amongst yourself or whatever you want to do. All right. So you have to identify your 10 problems, and you have to, so the rest of the team members, the second team is the solution provider. They will be the company which is providing you the solutions. Okay, so you have to come up with those 10 problems, and you have to present those 10 problems to the other team, that is Rupashri and team 2 basically. And they will ask you, or one of them can ask you, like, what are the problems? And then you will explain those 10 problems. And after that, the other team will get some time to prepare the solution, your 10 different problems. These problems have to be problems which can be solved using technology, digital technology. Okay, you can't say random problems. You have to use those kind of problems only. And then these this team 2 will actually go ahead and provide the solutions based on all these different technologies that they have identified or they have prepared amongst themselves. So similarly, exactly the opposite way, the remaining team members, team 2 will also think of, let's say team 2 is let's say a retail company. Okay, a retail company. So team A is KTC Hubli, is a bank, and team 2 is a retail company. Or anything else you want to take, you can pick and choose. You want to decide what you want to be, you can choose that. But I'm giving you an example of a retail company. You have to identify 10 different problems of your retail company. Okay, 10 different problems of your retail company, which can be solved using technology, digital technologies. Okay, using digital technologies. And similarly, team A will ask you ask you what your problems are, and team B, that is the rest of them, will go and explain those problems to team A, and they will get time to prepare for answers to solve your problem. Okay, is this clear? Is this exercise clear? If it is clear, can I get in the audio? Yes, it is clear or not clear, or whatever. You have any confusion, you can tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and all these problems and all solutions are related to digital technologies which you all have prepared right now. Okay, you can refer to your notes, you can refer your slides, or you can do whatever you want to do, but it has all got to be in this boundary. It can't be random problems, right? It can't be random problems. You have to focus your problems to digital related problems. Okay, digital technology related problems. Okay, so my only concern is how will the other team discuss? So the other team can discuss online. So KTC Hubli can start discussing. You can mute yourself and start discussing amongst yourselves. But the others, because you have to all discuss amongst yourselves, you can use this platform for discussing and interacting. So Rupashri, VIS and Kavita Computers can be one team, and they can all discuss amongst themselves. For first, you have to take about you have to list it down. Okay, you have to write it down on a notebook or somewhere, or on a slide somewhere, so that you can explain to them. Don't just keep it in your head. So take about 20 minutes to write down your 10 problems. All right, take about 20 minutes to write down your uh, 10 problems. So starting now, please go and write down your problems. And if you want to discuss, you can use this platform for discussing. And I'll meet you after 20 minutes. And if you are not participating, let's say Rupashri and all of these people are not participating, you can do it individually also, because I can't force you all to participate. If you want, you can interact here. Otherwise, if you want to individually prepare those questions, you can do that, because there's no other way I can, kind of organize this otherwise. All right. Any questions you can ask me now. Otherwise, for the next 20 minutes, we're not going to have any, you have to do it on your own. Okay. You have to write down those problems. All right. Your time starts now. All right. How many of you are ready? KTC Hubli, Rupashri, Kavita Computers, VIS. How many of you are ready with your problems? KTC Hubli is ready?
We are ready, sir.
Okay. So the other team, are you ready? Are you able to listen to them? Rupashri, VIS.
Yes, sir. Sir, still we are preparing.
You're still preparing the problems.
Yes, sir.
How many problems have you identified?
Only 4, sir.
Okay, it's okay. Forget it. We will do this exercise now. And KTC Hubli, how many problems are you ready with? 10?
10, sir, 10.
Okay. So Rupashri, you are there. What about the others? Are they interacting with you, not interacting with you, or you've done it on your own?
Actually, me and Pani Krishna from Vaishali Computers did it. Sir.
Okay. So you both are team 2 and team 1 is KTC. What about the others? They haven't participated at all?
They just now texted me saying what we should do.
Okay, fine. So then you can explain to them later. I asked them earlier if they have questions, they should ask me, but they did not ask in the middle. Now, if they ask what we should do, what should we do, it's not going to help. I think they need some guidance. The other team, their center head or whoever is responsible, because I had given very clear instructions. All right. So Rupashri and your other partner, you both can participate as team 2, team B, and team A will be KTC Hubli. Okay. So in the first part, KTC Hubli is the bank, and Rupashri and your other, who's your other partner? What's his name?
Pani, sir.
Funny. So Funny and Rupashri are like some company. Okay. They are like a software company or a vendor. They are going to this bank to find out some project. Okay, so KTC Hubli is now going to explain their problems to the other company. All right, go ahead, KTC Hubli. What are your problems? Can Rupashri and Funny do the role play? They can ask them instead of me being the mediator. You can now play this game. Rupashri and Funny are like the software company going to KTC Hubli. I mean, team
Yes.
A. Okay, go and do the role play and then let's see. You have about 5 minutes, 7 minutes to explain those 10 problems. Or you can take your time. Let me see how you explain the problems. After that, we will see. Okay, go ahead. Start the role play.
Hello, Rupashri.
So KTC Hubli is saying we are ready as a retail company or as a, I mean, I don't know what you, because Rupashri said that you're not interacting or you're not sure what needs to be done. Are you also doing a retail company, Kavita Computers? Your responses are coming so late after. So what I will do is like this, Kavita, because I can't keep prompting you for responses. So now you are also part of Rupashri and team, okay? Rupashri and Funny. So participate, you understood what needs to be done. You are still a part of team B. You continue to be part of team B and you participate. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and start the role play.
Hello, Rupashri. Rupashri, we are audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible. Please go on.
So first, Rupashri and all have to ask the team what their problem is. Then they will go on, right? They won't start answering your question
Yes,
unless
sir.
you ask them. Yeah, go ahead.
Rupashri, to begin with, we are assuming ourselves as Malappuram Gramina Bank. So we are a very old, around 30 years bank in the region in North Karnataka, in the belt of the Malaprabha River. So we are having our presence into urban areas like Hubli, Dharwad, Belgaum, and main urban centers of North Karnataka and as well as in almost all rural centers we are having our presence. So as of now, we are facing the situation with this as the days are going and years are going, new technologies are coming, and we are not able to cope up with the problems of the present days. So to begin with, our Vinayak will give some problems.
Okay, sir.
First, madam, I will tell no problem. There is a competition. A customer is not coming to our bank. There is a one problem, and
What, sir? Can you please repeat it?
customer is not coming to our bank.
Okay,
And
sir.
also, we are using customer to MNC, competition in MNC bank, like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and other bank, national banks. What to do at the time? What to do? How to solve this problem?
Rupeshri, this was about the first problem of competition, and the second problem what we are facing is we frequently get the complaints from the customers that our servers are slow, and always they complain that always our servers are slow during lunch time or after lunch time, and they complain that so whenever your bank staff wants to spend more time in the lunch hours, they just say that servers are slow. But when we inquired in the bank, we found out that this is a genuine problem, that servers are slow. So this is one problem of IT side where we want to get a solution from you. And also the third problem about the spread. See, we being a very old bank, we want to spread in each and every village of the North Karnataka. Whereas recently entered technical or technologically improved banks like Axis Bank and all those banks, they are doing good business. Whereas we are not able to do good business because we are old. We know each and every village in the North Karnataka. We want to spread that, but when we spread that in rural areas, we are not making a profitable business. We are incurring losses in rural areas. So how to take care of this doing business in rural area? One more thing. Next problem will be discussed by
The third problem is to require maintenance. Some of the banks they do not record a maintenance. We need to record a maintenance in the both the sides, in the computer and also in the book. So what can the solution you give for this?
Please repeat it.
To record the maintenance, what are the daily transactions which are done on a day, on a month? Some of the staff they do not record the transactions in their book, or they only record the transactions in the computer. There are many chances that the computers get hacked and so it's an extra. So we need our transactions to be safe. What is the solution for this?
Okay, sir.
Rupeshri fixed problem. Bank loan they are taking but not returning. Default. What will be the answer? Recently, Vijay took 500 posts. Is that paying event somewhere? What is the answer?
customers having
Hello, Rupasri. I have another question, sir. Customer have some more amount of money, but he doesn't know how to create an account. But because he is uneducated, at the time, he doesn't sign he does not sign how to sign. He doesn't sign how to sign. He signs with the help of a thumb. Is an angle touch up. At the time, how to solve the problems?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
In
Speak little louder.
yes, I will speak louder now. Now, one person having more money, but he doesn't know how to create an account, and he is uneducated. At the time,
He doesn't know what? He doesn't know.
he doesn't know how to create an account, and he is angutature, or illiterate.
He doesn't know how to create account and he is
Illiterate.
uneducated. Okay.
Yes, I am educated. That is angutature.
Okay.
This is right. And Rupasri will continue with the other programs. And bank staff will always be busy in solving customer problems only, like passport updation, password updation, PIN change, guiding them how to open operate account on the mobile like that. So our staff will be busy in these problems only. So they are not going out to open accounts, bring new customers and issue new loans like that. So this marketing activity is not happening. Would like to have a solution from your team on this. And next one is our bank being a 30-year-old bank, earlier we were very profitable, but now our profits are decreasing year by year, and slowly we are entering into losses. So this trend we want to change. So we want to get into profits year by year. So we want to, wherever possible, reduce the losses and increase the profits wherever possible. Need solutions from your always issues also. And bank loan defaults are one more thing which lead into our profits. Recently, a person put loan and defaulted, but we could not do anything. That was the issue. He just took the money and went away. Legally also, we could not do anything. And we keep on getting inquiries from illiterate customers. Other side, they are large farm owners having big amount of money. They want to keep cash in their homes, but not in the banks. And even for all the requirements, they spend their cash, but they don't take loans from the banks. So how do they be illiterate? They can't read the right understand the banking system and how to open accounts for them and get them into banks and take their money and give them loans. So these are issues we want to solve through your team solutions. And also bank staff want to continue in old system and they are not ready to upgrade to new technological innovations which the bank management wants to bring in. So this is thing how to make our staff adaptable to innovative changes. Please suggest some guidelines on those things. And one more is record maintenance. We are as of now we are having the computers in our banking system. Our staff will be busy in maintaining records in ledger also and in the computer system also. So we are not able to do away with ledgers and all that. So we are maintaining records in both the places. So what bank staff is complaining that they are busy in maintaining records in computers also in ledger also. Most of the time is taken by these activities only. So they are demanding more salaries for doing the double work or double work. So this is also one of the problems we are facing. One more problem is there.
So before when the UPI started, there were the transaction on a day were up to 5 to 6. After UPI, the transactions are more. When we ask the bank staff to print, they do not print the transaction. For every single money, a transaction is printed. So by this monthly transactions, the book gets filled by twice. So because the bank staff are suggesting us to use e-banking. So some of the persons they don't have idea how to use e-banking. So what is the good suggestion for this?
Yeah, Rupashri and team, we are done with our problems. You can suggest the solutions, please.
Okay, sir. Actually, I didn't get all the questions. I only got 5 questions, and rest everything you just read, I didn't understand them properly.
Which one we were not clear? Which one we were not clear, Rupa?
Still, I understood like he's a illiterate and he don't know how to create the account. Till there, I understood, and also the last question I understood.
Which one? UPI. So you got this UPI related query?
No, sir. He told no, he's illiterate and he don't know how to open the account.
Okay. He's illiterate. And the problem is he's illiterate, but he's having lots of cash. So he wants to keep
I
the
did
cash.
get that question. I got that question.
Okay.
After that, I didn't get, you just read.
Regarding bank loan defaults, person taking loan and running with the money.
I didn't get the many. Only till there I got the question, and the last question I understood. In between, I didn't understand them properly. Can you please tell one by one?
Regarding this competition, are you clear? See, one second, I'll go one by one. As of now, there's a lot of competition. We are raising our customers to competition, like competition from MNC banks, national banks, like private banks, like ICICI Bank, SBI Bank, all those banks. So all those banks, they are attracting our customers, and our customers are also what is happening? First, they will open one account with us and second account with private banks, and after 6 or 7 months, 1 year like that, they are closing our account with our Manapurva Gramina Bank. So this is happening. You get this point, Professor?
Is it that like how to market our bank, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then next question.
And second one is always we bank management get the complaints from the customers that servers are always easy or slow or down, something that kind of complaints we are getting. Bank management, they complain about the staff and the servers. So this is one problem. You got this one clear?
Yes, I got.
Okay. I will go to third one. I want to expand my business into each and
Rural
every,
area.
each and every village of the North Karnataka area. So
Okay,
when
this all.
I am incurring losses, I am having losses whenever I expand more. So this is about the problem with the expansion. How to expand without incurring losses.
Okay.
And fourth one is record maintenance. As of now, we are maintaining records in computers also and in ledgers also. Books also we are writing. So our bank staff will be busy in maintaining records in both places, computers and ledgers also. And most of the time is consumed by that activity only. So bank staff is demanding more salary for doing double work. So this is the problem about record maintenance. So need your solutions. How to approach to this problem.
Okay. Next.
Bank staff, they are busy solving customer problems only, like passbook updation, PIN updation, password change, all these kind of things, like Aadhaar updation and all those things, KYC updation. Most of the time, bank staff will be busy in solving customers' problem only. So they are not able to go and meet customers, bring new customers, open new accounts, meet existing customers and issue them loans. So these are all activities are not happening. So I want bank staff to concentrate on these activities. And also, next problem is recently our website was hacked and our data of all our bank account holders was stealed. After storing this data, in last month itself, 3,000 of our account holders have shifted from our bank to one ICICI bank. I think some guys have stolen the data and sold the data to ICICI bank. So how to solve and stop these problems? And also, seventh problem is our bank is not running profitably. Year by year, our profits are decreasing and losses are slowly increasing. So I want you to suggest to cut the losses and increase the profits to increase overall profitability of the bank. And next one is eighth problem, bank loan defaults. So in the last 2-3 years, persons are taking loans and they are defaulting and we are not able to do legally anything to recover the loans. So that's even if you are able to recover the defaulted loans, that's becoming a big headache and it's damaging the bank's reputation and name in rural areas. See, for example, if we go to a farmer and bring his tractor and park in front of our bank, so from that village, nobody will take the loans or do business with our banks. They will be afraid of our bank. So we want to solve this issue. And in rural areas, big landlords, landowners are getting big crops. They are having big money in their home, but they don't want to open a bank account. They are illiterates. They don't trust the banking system. So when we approach them, they are much bigger and richer than banks itself. They don't want to open account. For example, in your mining area, you might have heard of these mining lots like Reddy's, who have a lot of money but don't want to open accounts with the banks. They fear taxation systems and all that. So, how to open accounts for them and bring their money into our banks and give them loans. So, this is the problem we want to solve. And also, bank staff say they are not ready to shift or adapt to new technological changes which management brings in. They want to continue in old systems only. So these are all the problems we are looking for a solution from your team.
Repeat the last question, sir.
Bank staff, bank staff, they are not ready to move to new changes which management brings in, like computers or computer changes or biometric systems and all those systems which management we are bringing changes, new changes, they are not adaptable. They want to continue in the old system itself. So how to educate, motivate and train them to get adapt to new technological changes and be fast. So this is so these are all our queries. So we are looking for a solution from your team. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So good effort by team A to put down the problems. A lot of areas they have touched upon, and I can see a lot of role technology will play in solving some of those. So the direction for Rupashri and team is that you can take down all the problems, not necessary that all the problems will have a technical solution, that you will have to discuss and decide amongst yourselves. And the next time when you come, you can take this time, if you can get together, whoever, Rupashri and the other team members, or on your own, since you have got these questions now, you can start preparing for possible solutions. Next time we will give you time for discussing anyway, but in the meanwhile, since you have the questions, you can start preparing the solutions. So solution is basically broadly, I don't want you to obviously write the code and all of that. So what the problem is there and what is the solution that can be applied to it, and in what ways, to the extent possible. The detail you need to mention that. Okay. And the other thing is, not all of them may have a solution. It's fair enough. You don't have to solve all of it. Whatever is possible, you'll have to do it. Okay. And second thing, since you are prepared with only 4 questions, take this time again till the next session to come back with your list of 10 questions for problems. And again, we will do this exercise the other way around. The retail company now putting forth the problems to the other team, and they will also get some time to prepare for the answers. All right. So I hope you've taken down all the questions. I think they put in a lot of effort in putting down all the problems, which are all like genuine problems, bank problems and all of that. Now you'll have to start thinking and discussing amongst yourselves to see what solution is possible. Okay. And if it is possible, you have to explain. If you don't think you can do it, you can also say that this is something we will park for later on. All right. So with that, we will close today's session. And I hope things are clear for the assignment. Let me know if it is clear or if you have any questions on the assignment for the next session.
Sir, we are clear. We prepared 5 questions in a slide. Shall I share it now or next?
No, I don't think we'll have time for sharing the questions now. You can bring up these questions.
No,
the next
we have
time.
prepared in a slide, sir. Slide.
Sorry?
In a slide, we typed it. We just share the screen.
You can show them, that's okay. But I wanted 10 questions, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so prepare the additional 5 questions, come back with those, give them enough information for them to come back with some solutions.
Okay.
Right? So discuss amongst yourself, prepare those 10 questions and then come back. And yes, one more thing I was forgetting. Yes, Vinayak, your cover letter thing, I remember we need to discuss that. We will do it. I will schedule that for one of these sessions and then we'll kind of cover that as well. Okay. So maybe in the next or the session after that, we will try and cover that. All right. All right. Any other questions regarding the assignment? If not, we can close for today and I'll hand it over to the organizing team to close the session if there aren't any questions for the assignment. All right. Kianix Karnataka team, can I request you to close the session if there aren't any further questions? I hope it is clear. KTC Hubli, you're prepared with your, okay, by the way, KTC Hubli, you prepared also know some of these solutions, answers. The next time when we give this exercise, I mean, when we're playing this game, when they come back with these answers, you should be satisfied with those answers. If you feel, no, this is not satisfactory, you'll have to counter that with your answers. All right. So when you're preparing this, you also need to think. The idea of this game, this exercise is for you to see how relevant these technologies can be in different areas practically. All right. So that's the idea. So you've learned so many things. Now, how do you apply it back if in an interview? Let's say you're going for an interview for a banking software. How will you address some of these questions? If they ask you these kind of questions, how will you add? Obviously, they'll ask technical questions. Is where you're applying, but beyond that, if you add these elements, if they're asking you those questions, that will make you more professional. It will make you appear more more prepared for the role. All right. All right. Are there any questions regarding the assignment? There's one more thing, the individual slides that I have not covered yet. You need to finish that as well. And next time I may ask you to present it back. And again, then I'll ask you to do the, oral explanation of what it is. I mean, you'll have to explain that. All right. So with that, we can close this session for today. And I wish you all a happy evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.